Timeless goes for the Tracer. I don't think the Tracer's as good. Maybe it is on attack. But I think the Pharah kind of stuffs Tracer at the moment. Interesting pathing from the Tracer. So the Tracer's actually setting up to apply pressure to the people up here, and then stage for any kind of engage that the Ramatra wants to go for. And all of these guys are looking at Tracer, which leaves a lot of opportunity for these people to rotate into position, actually get set up here. The fact that they've taken this position so quickly and so easily is kind of outrageous. So I'm going to toggle the overlay. Has to recall, still pressuring infected. Aerial goes to assist. But now they're in their like two-pronged setup. Got their cast core and then their Lucio Pharah. I think that's probably ideal. That way you can create pinch pressure from both sides. You just got to make sure that Scissor stays alive. Infected. Ooh, Admiral goes and takes the duel with Scissors and wins. Rack attack needs to be on that, I think. Are they going to try to touch? Rack attack goes in. And yeah, let's go back. Let's see if Rack attack could have done anything here to save Scissors. He's on heals. Don't really want to go down here to try to get the Mega. Well, for one, it's gone. For two, you're opening yourself up to the Tracer and the cast and stuff, so you want to make sure that you can stay high ground and like maybe you can get a shot or two from BAP and stuff like that, so it's not overall bad. But like, I feel like Rack could have done something here. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I don't know if Scissors lives, but if Rack is here and maybe hits the boop on Admiral, maybe the damage doesn't get off and maybe Scissors lives. Maybe they're even able to pick Admiral. But I think that Rack Tech needs to do it like buddy with Scissors. Can't be looking the other direction like this. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Scissors goes Tracer, so they're going into the cast Tracer mirror. Interesting. I think that's probably makes sense. Second point, there's not a lot of cover to play around as Pharah. There's a lot more flanks you can utilize on Tracer, and the point presence you get from Tracer is just outrageous. It's really, really good. So, makes sense. He's back in cart. Imagine that at the turn of this corner, they're going to look to rotate and then dump Zera on cart. Yep, Ariel's going to go into the room. Zera's goes to the cart. Ooh. PG, how are you dying? Just a doink through the window, or? Oh, good slow. It's a really good slow from Ariel. Great timing. They timed it so that they put up this window right as Ariel swung and peaked, and Ariel put down the slow, and they caught PGE. That was really good. Good usage of cooldowns, positions, timings, and everything. That was really good. Nice. I think you probably switch the timing. I think Seeker holds and doesn't rip High Noon for like maybe half a second. You let Ariel like speed boost engage like this, try to hit a slow on these guys, and then rip High Noon. I don't think you need to wait like as long. You don't need Ariel to end up here before you start nooning. Um, but if Ariel takes the pressure first and looks for a slow here, they might not disengage as quickly, and you might be able to catch people with the noon plus slow combo. But because slow was because noon was used first, everyone disengaged fully right away. So you're not able to catch anyone with the push aggression. Yeah. Plus, you didn't actually get any positions over here. Like Ariel has to hold back here because if tries to hold here, there's a shot where they can be shot in the back. Like it's just a really awkward spot to try to hold there. Um, there's an argument to be made. You could hold like right here, but then they've got access to the high ground pretty easily, which you don't want. So you're not even able to like take any point or take any space and hold it any of this area. So I think you have to try to play for the noon to catch someone. And I think the only way to do that is by staggering the noon with the aggression. You can't rip noon first. You gotta let these guys go aggressive first. Yeah, now they push back out. Oh, come on, Infected. You can hit that. PG thinks the BAP. Yeah, and the Ram just rolls the Sigma. I wonder if they try like Maga into the Ramatra. I wonder why they're not. I wonder why they're sticking with the Sigma instead of trying to swap. Because I feel like the Maga kind of counters the Ramatra and what they want to do. I don't know. If you got the Sigma and you're playing the Sigma, I think the Sigma can work, but like it's not going to be. You have to play it very special, I think. So for one, I think if you hit this rock, it puts significantly more pressure on Ariel and maybe forces him to use big mode sooner. Maybe forces him to actually back off, go into the mega room. But this is a really good slow. Separates Rack Attack from his team. Honestly, you don't even need to go for Infected. You could just turn around and kill Rack Attack if you really wanted to. The fact that Rack Attack is left alone is really bad. But, like... The other issue, the reason this works so well is also because Cal is so far back already. Why I don't know why Cal is let's go back actually. So Cal starts there and then rotates. So as soon as this is ripped, Cal doesn't even try. Cal doesn't even try to help out Infected. Infected just dies on the point, and Cal's like, nah, I see ya. You definitely could have tried. You definitely could have tried to win this. You push forward here instead of like if you're still positioned here, instead of backing up like Cal did, if you just like swing out, drop window down like right here, this becomes significantly more winnable because they're down. They don't have BAP. All you need to do is live. You can just use window pocket Infected, let PGE shoot people through the window. There's no way that Ariel lives through that. Like I don't think I don't know. I don't see why Cal is backing off so heavily so fast. I don't think it's needed at all. Yeah. Cal looked at that as lost before it was. I definitely think they could have won that. Like, let's go back and actually see the timing of it all. See if we can nail down exactly when. So Cal's looking at rack. I think right here, and because Cal's gonna start walking backwards, if you step up and window here, like if you just, it would actually have to be like more over here. But then you drop window right here and then maybe play in this room. I think you win this, no? But yeah, Cal just holds down his S key. Actually, I don't know. You definitely, because they use B, it becomes a bit more sketchy and harder to call. But like if they don't invest the sound barrier here and you drop window, it's a totally different fight. Drop window, maybe infected lives, is able to get off a flux. Maybe you get PGE set up on a flank, drops high noon, it's able to catch some people. Like Scissors is coming back with Pulse, is able to do something. Like you have so many more options if you're able to live and actually take a fight here instead of just holding down S and assuming you've lost. Just playing a bit scared. Ethan's slow. I like that Zero's fighting over this high ground up here. I think that's good. They gonna send Scissors up there? Nah. They're gonna have Scissor go with a lower angle. If Scissors can get set up, like... If Scissors can get set up in a way where they can shoot aerial in the back, I think that'll probably be the best bet. Because you're able to apply... The entire point of playing Tracer against Ramatra is to be able to shoot Ramatra in the back so that he can't block and negate the damage. So I think getting Scissors set up on that kind of angle, whether it's over here, whether it's like maybe you're able to get set up over here early because the cast is up here, don't really have to worry about that. Maybe you then are able to blink over here. There's a few ways that you could probably do it, especially since you don't really want to fight up here because Zero's already controlling it and taking that 1v1's a bit pointless. So I think that's what you have to try to look for as Scissors. Admiral goes to Mark. They're just pressuring Cart. They're poking out Aerial. They look to engage. Ooh, good dodge from everyone. Very nice flux. So something interesting here as well that I'd like to point out is that Aerial's not waiting for full HP. Aerial's just going and committing. And then playing with block, playing slow, not really looking to full commit, and it's just trying to make space, not really get kills. Because if you watch here, Aerial's never full HP. Aerial's like a third, looks to walk, drops shield, big form, slow. They react with flux. Everyone's able to get out. Good lamp from Cal. They're able to punish Zera, who goes for a pulse bomb. And then they all have to back off. Scissors does a good job of following up on the people that are retreating. Overall, well played from NRG. Great job cleaning up from Scissors. God damn it. Fucking Seeker. Killing Rack. 4 minutes. It's doable. You've got the ults to do it, but you gotta be careful. 0 goes May. I think that's good. Like the advantage you have with the Ramatra is is your frontline pressure, and if you're able to use the May to isolate the Sigma even more and kill him, or like let's say you hit a wall on PGE or something, it's really, really good. And also, May is pretty decent at marking Tracer as well, which is the other job Pharah has. Or 0 was on Tracer before. So, the Tracer v Tracer no longer happens, but May is actually pretty decent as well as marking Tracer. So, I really like the May swap. I think it's good. Infected has to have a lot more respect. That was really smart. The window placement. So Infected can no longer hold anywhere up here, because he's got to respect the May wall. So he plays back here because this is a lot more open choke. It's a lot harder to get caught by walls and stuff like that. So what ends up happening is they window vertically. And then they put down the wall so that when people try to swing through, they're directly looking at Infected. And they can look to kill him through the window. And also, after the wall is gone, after the wall's destroyed, the window's in a good spot for looking at any of this area over here. So I really like the window placement. And plus the wall combo, it's really, really smart. Infected use hands, but you can't save yourself. Scissors doing his absolute best to make this, like, keep this alive. Goes aggressive, really good timing, because everyone's going to be looking at Infected trying to kill him, not expecting the flank. He's able to hit the pulse on the casts, and it actually doesn't even kill the cast, it kills Admiral, who wasn't in the lamp, but it also breaks the lamp, and then Scissors is able to clean up Seeker. Turns it into a 3v3. Or, yeah, 3v3. But it's tank both supports. They're not able to get a lot of point pressure. Or progress, rather. Before respawns come back. So. They go aggressive here. They use beat. Are they able to keep PGE up? Good. How close was PGE to getting kills there? I want to see it from his POV. Damn. There's an argument to be made that PGE holds for an extra second or two. Like waits toward, like, fully towards the end, because then, like, if the skull actually might be able, I'm not sure, but the skull might actually be able to kill Aerial through block, if fully charged. So you might have been able to look for that if you held it a bit longer, but it also, so I think Aerial rips his ult on PG ripping or, like, firing off high noon. So if you wait a bit longer, Aerial maybe doesn't use ult. Maybe you're able to catch people, you're able to break the lamp, stuff like that. But I think they also saw the skull on 0 and tried to go for him, which isn't bad. But this engage, this push in here, like they dropped the slow. And as they were going through, they force lamp. They're able to kill rack. They're gonna kill PGE. Really good push through. And in fact, it's doing his best to try and kill the people on cart, which I think is all he can do, really, because you're not going to stop a Ramacha all running at your team. Oh. I definitely think Scissors could probably have looked at the BAP. Like, I feel like if this was communicated better, Scissors probably could look at BAP and kill him instead of trying to go for Ramatra. I don't know what comms were looking like, because I'm obviously not there, but I feel like that needs to be communicated, because the BAP is 1 HP, and killing this really makes it impossible for Timeless to win this. Because right now even though they're down 0, there's still a way. There's still a world. Now, I don't know if you guys saw what I saw, but this guy went a character that should never be in professional Overwatch. I went back to Lucio though, so we're not going to talk about it too much. God damn it, Infected. God damn it. That's the second time now. Fluxing a high noon. And you're ripping at the same time. Kind of unlucky, but you definitely could have chosen to not pick up Seeker. It's still winnable for either team. Timeless take it. Yeah, I think there's just a few mistakes from individuals there towards the end. If they're able to kill off BAP, like if they're able to communicate to Scissors, like even if Scissor has to trade for it, I think it's probably better off. And if Infected doesn't lift up Seeker, maybe Cal lives. Maybe Rack doesn't take the damage, stuff like that. So overall, though, like general gameplay, general theory, and macro of how everyone's playing, I think it's all fine. All looks all right. No, nothing troll or anything like that. Going to take a drink of coffee.
Ready for battle.
All right. NRG going for the Maga. I don't hate it, but we're playing it with the Tracer. I think the theory behind why Tracer's not necessarily good with Maga is because you can't really get the value from Shout from the Maga Shout as Tracer, because the positions you're going to be playing as Tracer don't benefit from the Maga Shout. So you normally don't end up playing Tracer with it. So I'll be interested to see how this works, how they do this. Okay, so they see this comp, they see the SIG with the Farah casts, and they just go SIG. Okay. They keep the Tracer, though. All right, interesting. All right, let's see it. We go for frontline pressure on, ooh, aerial. Also, while the frontline engage is happening over here, Scissors is doing a great job of coming over here and pressuring Zero, giving these guys a lot more open space to do this pressure to aerial. So, like, if we go back, we can launch. Zero actually goes to pressure Scissors. But Scissors keeps his attention, draws over Admiral. And in that time, these guys look to push in, isolate aerial, do a bunch of damage, try to get the kill. So there's a lot happening all at once, really. Back off. Resources exchanged. Reset position. Same kind of thing here. What's happening over here? Whoa, how'd that happen? Hold on. Seeker's half. Is Seeker just bunny hopping? So that's what's going on here. Come on. Yeah, Seeker's just bunny hopping and then gets punished. Come on, brother. You can't be jumping like that, for one. And then for two, like, you have to be ready for this kind of swing like this. Like, if Ariel's not up here with you, like, peeking like this is just... Especially when you're not full HP. Like, he wasn't full HP when he was swinging like that. So it's rough trying to go for that. But good punish from NRG. Good punish on Aerial. Lamp is really late. Cal duels Admiral. And it's just cleanup. Very nice from NRG. Good punishes. Good setup. Alright, let me... Got a work message I need to look at.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
I'll respond to that later. I can wait. Let's go back. Let's talk about that. Ariel wants to close distance. NRG giving a lot of respect, a lot of space. Good job. Now this vertical window... I don't know. I don't know about that one. What's even the how does that even happen? There's no way that this vertical window is better. There's just no way. I don't think that there's any way that this vertical window is better than just a normal window. And like, you can't do anything with this. Like, you have to either look this way or look this way, but either way you're looking at an awkward angle. I don't know, maybe it has some kind of interaction with the Ramatra pummels and stuff like that that make it good. I don't know. But other than that... Good pressure on cart. Forces Timeless to give some space on high ground. Good try from Infected. Ooh, good fucking Flux. And weren't able to time it with the Noon. Seeker tries. Doesn't get it though. These high ground retakes, like their pathing is really good. That slow's interesting. Where was he trying to slow to go? Oh! It gets blocked by the shield, so it just falls straight down. Okay. Never mind. Where he wanted the slow to go was fine. Was good. But it just got blocked by the shield. It's not bad. Good rock from Infected. Good recognizing. Like, recognizing the Baps over here doesn't, like, is isolated, doesn't have cooldowns or whatever. Really good. Rack has beat, so should be able to sustain it, so it should be alright, but... Good pathing from Cal. Jumping up like this, going through the window, and then dropping down. Really good. That's really... I didn't even... The fact that this window existed is... I didn't even know. You're able to kill Seeker. Very nice. Looks really good from NRG. Very solid. Very, very solid.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Seeker kills PGE. Is that just a window? Yeah, it's just a window. Well timed from Timeless. Get it? They're able to kill the Tracer on the flank though. How does this happen? Zero goes a bit deep, forced recall. And then Scissors just dicks him. Okay. Scissors, the goat of NA. I don't know where this guy came from. Sign this man. Goes to take high ground. Looks good. Don't want to push up too far because you don't want to risk getting caught by the Ramatra slow. Plus, you want to keep your distance when you can. Good disengage. I think the lamp usage is a bit like you might not have needed it. Not a fan of the slow. I think you could have probably saved this slow for later and set something up better. Like maybe you catch Infected or you catch PGE who's feeding later on. Or maybe you're able to ground Cal from jumping. Like different things like that. I think dropping the slow right here provides like the idea for this slow here is to make it harder for these guys to rotate, slow them down, separate him from Infected a bit. But I think that the actual value that you get from this is worse than just trying to use it on Infected in the neutral rather than trying to do it before they engage as they're rotating. Because slow is a long cooldown and it takes a while to get back. It's a resource you don't really want to throw around willy-nilly. Did he get flashed? Good flash from PG. Very nicely outplayed. But also, PG probably stays alive if they don't use lamp there when they didn't need to. They go for the flux. Good rock. Are they able to kill anyone? No. They just kill Seeker, but trades for it. Slow separates them, reverse them back. Infected, still trying to brawl with Aerial. Zero kills Cal, and it's over. Not bad, though. I think some of the general ideas are good. This should be a pretty even fight, honestly. Ariel's got Ramatra ult, but both teams have double support ults. PG has Noon. They go for a play. Speed past the shield, look for a good rock. They're able to keep PG up. They're not able to get the kill. They kill Admiral, though. PG dies. Cal dies. They're able to trade. Nope. Ariel still stays up. Is able to kill 3. Yeah. It's really hard to deal with that Ramatra ult when you don't have... Or when you want to use beat aggressively like that. I don't think using a beat aggressively like that is bad by any means, but when they counter beat it like that, you're just at an immediate disadvantage because then they can Ramatra all back in and then you lose. Why does Rack Attack keep hovering? Fucking Lifeweaver, stop that shit, bro. You're not playing that character. I think this default setup that they have, they send their Tracer over here and then their Cast Bap over here and then they send Infected to cart. I think this is actually really, really good. Because if anyone tries to go through here and set up an off angle, they're in direct LOS of the Cass. If anyone tries to go pressure cart, Scissors can drop and pressure those people, or Scissors can go on backline. Both of those things are good. And if like Ariel tries to go and pressure cart, they've got an angle here from Scissors that Scissors can be available to put pressure on this guy. So as a default, and also denies this high ground from anybody up here that would want to use it. So very, very good. Because the best way to contest this high ground is by going on this high ground. And if you can control both of them, you're at an advantage, at least in this lane here. Once it rounds the corner, the value you get is pretty reduced. But before that, if you can maintain the pressure on this lane, it's really good. Look for a play on backline. Okay, looking like Kaluge. They're able to catch Seeker regardless, but they're able to run at the backline, kill Cal. Infected kills, or Infected eat Pulse. Scissor is able to kill. Scissors casually deadlifting NRG once again. Yeah, that's the issue. Whenever you try to go for like these fast speed boost plays with the Sig comp, so you run into the problem where you have to leave one of your supports behind. In this case, it ends up being Cal. Cal ends up back here, and then the Ramatra just swings, goes aggressive on backline, and ends up killing him. So it's really tough to try to go for those plays when you're in that kind of position. But I think going for this isn't bad. I think Cal just needs to be ready. Maybe position up here instead. Let's actually watch in full. See if that's something that can be possible even. Yeah, I think that if instead of Cal dropping here and then swinging wide, if Cal just walks here, maybe pencil jumps up to here, plays here, looks for it, maybe that's a bit better. Either that or the rest of Shock, like PGE needs to turn around. Make sure that Cal can actually get through. Or maybe, like, I don't know, Infected. I don't think Infected can actually look back here because he's going for the aggressive flux. Actually, what am I saying? Fucking Rack Attack. Rack Attack. Be with your support and get him across. I just assumed that Rack Attack was near him, but he's not. He's fucking trying to go after the flux. Yeah. Literally, just Rack Attack, buddy. You are main support. You are not DPS. Protect your other support, please. Thank you. I think it's a bit scrappy. Zero kills Rack, Scissors kills Admiral, and the VAP. Is he able to win the duel? Nah, because Seeker comes back. Damn. Alright. This is the last fight. It's going to be really hard for NRG to cap this with time. So we're probably looking at an OT, if anything. But they've got a pulse. They've got a window walking into a high noon. So they do have the ult advantage. Let's see if NRG can capitalize off of it. They haven't been able to in the past, so let's see. Good pulse. If nothing else, breaks the lamp, puts a lot of pressure on Seeker. I think the noon's probably a bit early. You could have waited a bit longer for these guys to get closer so they couldn't disengage as easily. Let's go back actually and see exactly where he started the noon. I think that if you wait, have Aerial swing first and then put a slow like right here, and then rip high noon. Wait like a half a second. Because if you put down a slow right here, because an Aerial's going to go for this slow, but because you've ripped high noon first, all of these people are immediately trying to back off. And same thing with Infected. If Infected's already immediately trending to back off. Maybe you're able to catch someone with the slow before the noon comes out. Aerial doesn't even go for the slow. Yeah, I think you wait. I think you switch up the timing a bit. You get the Ramatra to go first. Drops on slow. Maybe you're able to catch people with the noon. PG kills Seeker. They're able to kill Aerial. And PG held on to noon, which is pretty clutch. Yeah, and then PG just sets up here and rips noon. All right, well played. They're able to take it in OT. So this is either a win for Timeless or a draw.
Initiating match. Ready for battle.
We're back on this. Seeker doesn't stay Hanzo, right? No, he goes Cass. All right. So same comp as before, but Scissors opts to start on Tracer. Which I think, given everything that they've been doing, it's not a bad thing to start with, especially since you started out on Pharah, didn't get a lot of value from it. They shut it down pretty well. So you just go back to the Tracer, who's been working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Goes immediately to the Mei. I think this is a good play. For one, the way that that NRG like to play this is they like to split off their cores. They like to have Lucio up here. Normally the Pharah's up here, but they don't have the Pharah. But the Lucio and the Tracer are going to be operating in this half of the map. While this core puts pressure on this choke to begin with, and then after that they are going to back off and then play over in this choke, maybe put the Cass and the BAP over here, and then have Sig up front. And then they're controlling this area. That way it makes it really, really hard for anyone to cross through here or cross through here, and they've got a really good angles onto the point, and all of these people between the Tracer and the Lucio have a good crossfire onto the objective. That being said, with the Mei, you can isolate, because these people want to keep so much distance. You can isolate the Sig. You can put a lot of pressure on them. Force Lamp early. Force Amp early. You might even be able to bait Scissors in to blink, apply pressure, and then force recall. And after that, even if Infected lives, you can then just kind of play slow, reset, And as long as you haven't used all of your cooldowns, you can still then begin your rotation, because these guys will have to so hard respect you that you can probably get through this choke for free and then start setting up to take the objective. In best case scenario, these people end up backing off through here, and then you can isolate this choke with a May wall, which forces them to either break this wall to get through, which the time that it takes to break through is enough time to start putting serious pressure onto the objective. Otherwise, they have to walk and then come through the door down here. So I think the May choice I think is really, really good whenever they're not playing the Pharah. Roll out here. They immediately take the right-hand room. They slow main. They want to make sure that they get into control, but they left Ariel out to die. Yeah, that one's a bit rough. So leaving Ariel out to die here is kind of fucked up, to be honest. Yeah, they look to, the BAP looks to rotate right there, and in the time of the BAP crossing from here to here in this rotation, Ariel just takes way too much pressure and dies. If you're gonna make this rotation as the BAP, I think you need to time it when Ariel has big form. Because you've got more HP, you've got the damage reduction, you can actually live through this rotation, and then you can get set up over here and then begin healing again after the big mode's over. But leaving Ariel out here with no support, no big mode, no nothing. Yeah. So PG double dink Seeker. Scissors kills Admiral. Very nice. Well played from Shock to punish that mistake. Take angles. Because the best thing you can do against the comp that Timeless are playing is to take angles. If you can set up in a way where your Sig's poking from a different angle, your Tracer's poking from a different angle, the Cass is poking from a different angle, and then you've got your Bat paired up with either Sig or with Cass, and then you've got Lucio paired with Tracer. You can set up some pretty stable off angles, and you can put down a lot of pressure on the team in rotations and stuff like that. The weak point you have is when these guys want to engage. The make or break is, can these guys put down enough pressure during rotation to get picks, to drain enough resources to actually force these guys to commit when they don't want to, or you're just able to pick them off in rotation before these people can actually set up a good engage, and they can get a good wall on your tank or your Cass or anyone that's really isolated. That's the game we're playing right now. And if Timeless can get through here, set up in this room, and then eventually rotate to Fire Station without dropping anyone, I think that it's going to be really hard for NRG to win with the comp they're playing. Just like they don't have any way to dislodge point pressure. They need to get they need to get Sigalt, they need to get Castle, they need to get Window, they need to get one of these ultimates, because that's the only way they're going to be able to dislodge people from the objective. So they go to the Venture.
60 seconds remaining.
I don't like Venture unless it's in the Maga comp, because I think that when Venture doesn't have damage reduction and lifesteal, they're super super difficult to use, and if you play spread enough, it's really difficult for the Venture to get value and cross the distance without you being able to react first. Because the combination, for one, like let's say you've burrowed and then you dash to start your engage. You want to engage, let's say, over here. This is really, really telegraphed, but it's in combination with a Maga pin, which then, okay, these people can't leave because a Maga's just sat on them. So your Venture still has enough time to explode out of here and then deal the damage. But like Venture has no poke. Venture has really bad like once with Venture doesn't have their cooldowns, they're really, really bad. So they're very, very cooldown based. And this entire comp is designed to drain you of cooldowns. Plus, Venture doesn't match up very well into Cass and into Sig, in my opinion. I think it definitely doesn't match up into Cass very well. But then the matchup between these two, the Sig and the Venture, I think it's a skill matchup, and I think that the Sig should win. But if the Venture's good enough and the Sig's bad enough, if the skill difference is there, I think that Venture could probably win. But I think that the Cass just hard fucks Venture in a way that's a lot different than the way that Cass interacts with, for example, like Tracer or Pharah or something like that. But let's see. Maybe they win off of this. Maybe I'm schmoking. So they go through the tunnel. Interesting. So instead of trying to do this rotation where they go through here and then end up in Fire Station, they opt to go through the death tunnel, and no one's set up to contest the death tunnel. So the Sig has to back off. And you can't back off this way because then you just end up getting run on and you lose. So you have to, as an entire team, rotate this way. And your best place of cover is Fire Station. So you're in a reverse situation where you have to attack out of Fire Station and you have to deal with these people. This rotation from Timeless is really smart and really good. Normally you don't think about this because this tunnel up here is known as like the fucking area of death. And if you go in there, you die. For good reason. But if you just have a Sig up here and no one else contesting up here, it's like super viable to go through here, especially as L5. And because they were so quick, Scissors is only like by the time Scissors has actually been able to start putting pressure on the backline or anything, everyone from Shock is now trapped in this building. They can start taking high ground, taking angles from up here, but they need like Cal needs his window here. They need to window here. They need to get these people off the objective, and then they can go from there. But this fight's gonna be tough, just from the initial positioning and stuff. Forces everyone into the room. Scissors dies because he's alone. Yeah. They just forced everyone into a corner and were able to pick him off. It was really, really good from Timeless.